Hi everybody and welcome back to Meals of the Week. So on Monday we had something a little bit different. I had gone into Tesco and I'd seen these on a stand and I thought they sounded quite nice. We have some teriyaki chicken bites, Korean style chicken rice bowl and also a chicken katsu curry. The reason I got so many is just in case any of these were too spicy for Ayla. I knew that the katsu chicken on its own would be okay, and also the teriyaki chicken, which is this one. I knew this wasn't going to be spicy. This is how the katsu chicken curry looks. You have the cut up chicken on top with some veg, and then you also have some rice down below and your curry sauce to the side. And then for the Korean style rice bowl, you have some sauce in the side as well. You have your coated chicken, some veg, and then your rice below. This is the one that took my fancy. I thought it sounded really nice. And this is how it looked once everything had been heated through. We have a mix of all of the different chickens, and I put the sauces separate just in case any were too spicy. I didn't want to coat anything and then ruin the meal for us. So that plate's Ayla's and then this one is mine. I did also cut up Ayla some extra cucumber, and this is what we had for tea on Monday. On Tuesday we had cheeseburger and fries. I also got some gherkins for Ayla to try out. She likes the ones at McDonald's, so I thought I'd give these a go. Just putting the burgers into the oven. These are going to cook for about 25 to 30 minutes, and then I'm going to put the chips into the air fryer, and these are going to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Also, anyone who eats gherkins, does anyone know where the best ones to get them from are? Because Ayla didn't like these. She was comparing them to McDonald's and she said they taste nothing alike. So if anyone knows which ones are most like McDonald's in the UK, could you leave it in the comments down below? Now that the burgers are cooked, I'm just going to add on some cheese and pop them back into the oven to melt. I'm just going to butter the burger buns now. I know not everybody does, but I can't stand dry bread. I know it's not super dry when you're having a burger because you have the juices from the burger and a little bit of sauce, but this is just something I do. And this is how it looks once everything is plated up, and this is what we had for tea on Tuesday. On Wednesday we had a pork stir fry. I saw this hoisin pork stir fry strips in Aldi and thought I would give these a go. I'm going to have this with some noodles. I'm going to chop up some red pepper and spring onion, and I'm going to use this plum and hoisin sauce. To start off with, I'm going to cook the pork strips, and whilst those are cooking I'm going to chop up my veg. And once that pork is almost cooked, I'm going to add the veggies in. After a few minutes I'm going to add in my noodles and sauce and cook for a further few minutes, and then everything will be done. This is how it looks once everything is plated up. Ayla wasn't a massive fan of the hoisin flavour, so at least I know that for next time, but this is what we had for tea on Wednesday. On Thursday we had some pork belly. I had this sitting in the fridge and I wasn't sure what to do with it, so in the end I decided to do it with mash and gravy to make something a little bit different. For seasonings, all I used was some salt and pepper, garlic granules and some mixed herbs. The 2 slices that have no seasoning on, I'm going to give it to Maverick to save them going in the bin. Forgot to record me making the mash, but I had some Yorkshire puddings in the freezer, so I'm just going to put these into the air fryer for the last 5 minutes or so of the pork cooking. This is everything once it's been plated up, and it was actually really nice. It made a nice change of something to go with mash and Yorkshire puddings rather than chicken or sausages. And this is what we had for tea on Thursday. It's finally Friday and we are going to be having this chicken and bacon stuffed pasta with some garlic bread. And I wasn't sure what sauce to do with it, so I decided to make some homemade Alfredo sauce. So I picked up some double cream, and this is what I'm going to be using to make the sauce with. First, I'm going to add some pasta to a pan and pour boiling water over and set a timer for 5 minutes. While the pasta is boiling, I'm going to melt some butter in a pan, and then I'm going to add in some garlic. I'm going to cook this for just a few minutes on a low heat, and then I'm going to add in my cream and seasonings. The seasoning I put in is salt and pepper and mixed herbs. Once the sauce has reduced slightly, I'm going to add in my Parmesan cheese and give this a really good mix and cook for a further few minutes. And finally, I'm going to add my garlic bread into the air fryer and cook this for 8 minutes. This was actually my first time making an Alfredo sauce, and I think it turned out quite nice. I don't think I've actually had it before, or I've had it and not realised, but it was definitely my first time in making it. This is how it looks once everything is plated up. I hope you enjoyed this week's meals. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.